Mermaid here, and welcome back to another video. This is a very commonly asked question that we're going to talk about today, okay? I get asked where to buy the cheapest mermaid tails. So let's just soak that in for a second. And let's ask ourselves, what do we mean by cheap? Do we mean affordable? We mean cheap. The thing that you should know about mermaid tails is that there is no such thing as a cheap mermaid tail, okay? There are affordable mermaid tails, but cheap mermaid tails are cheap mermaid tails. And you really oftentimes just get what you pay for. It's really important when you are choosing a mermaid tail that yes, everybody wants the deal, everybody wants it for nothing, and everybody wants it yesterday, and I'm no different than anybody else. I'm exactly the same, okay? I want things, you know, affordable if I can have them. I want the deal if I can get it. But the thing with mermaid tails is, I mean, flippers aren't inexpensive. Monofins, like quality monofins, safe monofins aren't inexpensive. And a cheap mermaid tail is gonna be a cheap mermaid tail. The fabric is not gonna hold up. It's not gonna be made nicely. And I have seen some horrifying taped together monofins, which safety much, guys? Yikes. If you're gonna be a mermaid, you're gonna need to recognize that it is a little bit of a pricey hobby. This is not cheap. This is not like an inexpensive endeavor, okay? I can't even tell you how many thousands of dollars I've dished out, and I make my own tails, okay? So let's just put that over here for a second. You really need to choose a mermaid tail from a reputable tail maker, somebody that has been doing this for a long time, who has made many mermaid tails, has some experience, uses monofins that are trustworthy and safer, and who just generally care about the quality of the product that they put out into the world. Cheap mermaid tails do exist out there. There are many kinds to choose from. They're everywhere. The market is flooded with cheap knockoffs of other tail makers' designs, of just cheap material that hasn't been tested in water before, and all kind of really like inexpensive alternative tails. And I know some of you watching may have purchased one of these tails. Maybe you didn't know, maybe you did know, especially the ones that are ripoffs of other tail makers' work. And this isn't gonna, I'm not trying to put you down or anything. If you didn't genuinely know, then you didn't genuinely know, and that is what it is. Now you know. Hopefully. But the thing that you have to remember is we as artists, we put a lot of time and care into our craft, and to have another company rip it off, and they probably aren't paying their employees anything to make these tails. You know, everybody has their different opinions on this, so I'm just gonna give my 2 cents, if I may. But I really like to support local when I can. Local could even mean just within the mermaid community itself, and not just some big business overseas that was like, hey, I see an opportunity, let's just like copy and paste this design and just create a bunch of tails for super cheap so we can sell them to people who don't know because they're new to the community or whatever. And so I would just love to say that if we could avoid supporting those kinds of businesses that do that, it would just be better for everybody overall. So honestly, the most inexpensive way to get a mermaid tail is to just make one yourself. And I do have a lot of tutorials on my channel. I will leave a link in the cards and down below as well. But honestly, the most inexpensive way is to buy some spandex fabric, purchase the monofin, and then make it yourself. I feel like for me, that's the way, because then you have the monofin, you can make yourself other tail skins. For me, that's how I've always made my tails, so I feel, you know, if you want something more custom or you want something fancier, sometimes it's just better to do it yourself. So on that note, this is a short video, but I just wanted to answer that question since I do get asked it a lot. Always do your research, guys. Research, research, research. This is the internet. All of the answers are there, okay? So always make sure that you research your tail maker, the business or the company where you're going to buy your mermaid tail, just to be safe, because safety first, and a lot of these cheap tails are just not safe. So on that note, since my battery is about to die, if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the pod, and the bell notification as well, so you don't miss any of my mermaid adventures. I want to thank you guys so much for your support and for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Happy swimming. Bye.